Welcome back to the Stardew Valley Granny Challenge, the challenge where we attempt to achieve perfection, role playing as grandma who cannot miss a birthday, giving only loved gifts, with some exceptions for Jas, for example, when we gave her a liked gift, but we also gave her a loved gift, so it's okay, all right? It is funny that, we had the Jas incident, and in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, there's going to be someone who's going to be like, you cheater, you should restart the file. There's some part of me that feels like someone is going to have a pitchfork and come for me. But I would say most of you watching who've commented have all expressed your support for continuing the challenge under the assumption that Stardrop Tea, which was given to Jas on her birthday, does in fact count as a loved gift, even though it doesn't show up in the gift maximum tally or whatever, right? But we've already been over this in the previous stream, right? We survived by love. Evil Marnie tried to inception us, but she overlooked the possibility that Granny might think even more specially of Jas, knowing that Jas is Granny's biological granddaughter. Evil Marnie did not anticipate the Stardrop Tea, and like Sauron not anticipating the ring, uh, the hobbits carrying the ring into Mordor. Anyways, you know the rules. Let's hop into the Star Spangled Summer. And I just had an idea. I'm gonna put this here. I don't know if we'll start doing this now, but what do I want? I'm gonna say to start decorating rooms slash areas for all villagers. I feel like that's a good. I feel like we need to get into our decorating era. Partly because um, decorating is not something I normally do in Stardew. Like I like to min max the farming, the money making, the mining, the monster eradicating, and then I get perfection, and that's kind of it. And then I just start a new file, right? I don't really decorate all that much. So it would be fun to challenge myself. And like part of the reason I chose to do this challenge of giving loved gifts and doing the because like I don't do the birthdays, right? That was the whole idea is I want to push myself to play the game in ways I don't normally wouldn't. So decorating could be fun. I'm only hesitant because I feel like it's going to be really boring for you guys. like um, but I have some ideas, and I might copy a bit from other people that have posted on whatever on Reddit or on YouTube, some good farm decorating ideas. The only other, I guess, reason I might not decorate now is if we don't have access to the decorating catalogs. Um, but we are starting to make a lot of money now that we planted over 600 starfruit on the Starfruit Republic. We don't need to worry too much about the money side. So we can start getting the furniture catalogs and everything. But maybe we'll start after we get the next round of starfruit, just to make sure that we have enough money for that. But Stacy and Anna, welcome in. Good to see you guys here on this Sunday. How are y'all doing? By the way, there's something hilarious I was looking up earlier. Somehow I was looking at the patch notes for Stardew, and I noticed in one of the very first patch notes, like released like 2 days after the game was released in 2016, apparently, and there's no video of this, but apparently, if you went to Robin and you purchased the blue armchair and brought it home and placed it in your farmhouse, the armchair would explode and destroy all of your chests and all your items. I think I'm trying to imagine the poor player who was like, oh, oh, this is cute. I'll go decorate at home. Let me bring this armchair. This is just what I was looking for. She goes home and places it, and then boom, it just I don't know. I would assume it probably has something to do with the way the item codes work, and maybe it registered as a bomb somehow. But well, yeah, it was patched out in such an early version of the game. I don't even know if it's possible to recreate it unless someone has access to Stardew 1.0, the original build. Obviously, Concerned Ape probably does, but I don't know. I don't know how to get that. But anyways, it would be fun to see a lot of the original bugs. For example, there in the original Stardew egg, was it the Egg Festival? One of the festivals. There's a doppelganger of Leah, or rather, there's just two versions of Leah standing side by side at the table. Like little things like that he changed very early on in Stardew's history. I'm like, oh, I didn't know about that. But yeah, hey Jay, what's up? Welcome in. Good to have you here. Yeah. Imagine if that still happens. Would love to see that. I know, right? I was looking for it, but no, I couldn't find it. There is a screenshot of the Leah doppelganger. And but yeah, you have to go to the old Chucklefish forums for a lot of these bugs that were being reported. Um, but yeah. Anyways, okay, what am I doing? We've been stocking up our items, prepping fall gifts. The Starfruit Republic is almost done. I think we've planted more than 600 Starfruit, but I'm still waiting to cross this off because I do want to add some more iridium sprinklers. And we could probably do that pretty soon. Let's see, we got the Bedrock Brewery is still ongoing. We still have quite a few kegs to add. But we're getting there. Just like maybe another 1 to 200 kegs. Oh yeah, fully upgrade the house. This is almost done. We just need to add more rooms. We need to add more rooms. Also, filling the cellar with casks. That's another thing we could do, especially since we're going to be making so much money from the star fruit. We might as well just have. Well, I don't know. Actually, do we want the cellar to be filled with casks? See, that's me playing my normal Tyler brain. But if I'm Granny, that cellar is prime real estate for decorating, for creating a little room for like the dwarf or the I don't know Krobus or even Clint. You never know. Like so we can still have the casks down there, but we could rearrange it and make it into a cool little dungeon room or something. Not a torture chamber like Leah and for Sebastian. The room of punishment, um, or rather, the room of re-education. Whenever he is not showing enough love, uh, he shall be re-educated. Uh, we've also been upgrading our tools to iridium. I'll wait to cross this off because we still have like the pan I want to upgrade, and I don't know whatever also the trash can, which isn't really a tool, but there's still some upgrades. So I'm just gonna wait to cross off this until we've upgraded everything. Um, the iridium band, not so important at the moment. The lucky ring, yeah, we don't really need to do this at the moment because our current rings are okay. We already have one iridium band, and going to the volcano and doing all of this would require us also to collect more cinder shards. And it's just not necessary at the moment. Um, I guess artful could be helpful on the hammer, but it's okay. It's okay right now. We have been working on our monster eradication goals, mostly on the void spirits. Um, but yeah, well, it'll take a little more time for these. We can maybe check the Adventurers Guild, Marlin and Gil over there. By the way, is his name Gil or is it Jill? Right? It's like Mr. Quee, right? Is it Mr. Chi, Mr. I don't know, Mr. Quai? Concerned Ape pronounces it as Quee, and I like that. I think that's a funny way to say it, so that's how I say it. Um, but yeah, the mystery bundle we're working on. Let's see. Oh yeah, we've built the second coop. We need to upgrade this coop. So maybe we got to remember to go and do that if we go to Robin. Um, the Statue of Blessings, we almost have that. We need to purchase the Statue of Endless Fortune, but it's very expensive. I mean, we will be making tons of money every week or every 9 days or whatever it is. The raccoon quests, we're still waiting on the raccoons to come back from the. They need to make a baby, so whatever the gestation period is for mom and dad raccoon, they have to. We're waiting on that. Um, and wait, didn't we build the farm obelisk on Ginger? We already did that. All right, yeah, that's done. And start decorating rooms and areas for all villagers. We just added that one. The museum, still working on that. We can't really hard force it. We could go and check some of the secret note spots. I haven't collected all of those. Yeah, return scepter still working on. Yeah, forest pylon. We need to wait till we get another ancient doll. I'll just put that here in parentheses because we only have one and we got to gift it to Jas, and I'd rather save it before using it, before sacrificing it in voodoo fashion to get the forest pylon, which would then get us the meow mirror from Terraria. And I don't know if I'm actually going to follow through on Junimo Isle, this concoction over here on the main farm. Maybe we'll get around to it, but at the moment, it's not a priority because we need the space to keep our oak trees. The oak trees that are producing oak resin for the kegs, that's more important at the moment. So we're going to leave it as is. But yeah, hey, Ollie, welcome in. And Buse and Luca, good to see you all. Finally, not late. You're in. You're in on time. Your favorite show is on. The Stardew Valley Granny Challenge. Oh, man. What have I started? It is a long-running series, very complicated with more lore than your typical anime, I suppose. Um, but yeah, let's see. We've got who's coming up next? We've got Alex coming up next. So let's not check him off just yet. But yeah, we did Gus and we did Maru. Oh yeah, the 11th is the luau. So let's go ahead and check the is how you spell luau. That's an interesting word. That's got to be from what is it, Hawaiian, right? Or what's the name? What's the name of the Hawaiian language? Actually, I even have Wiktionary. This tells you something about me that one of the tabs I have open on here is a Wiktionary because I'm always trying to understand the origins of like Finnish words and whatever. But let's see, where does luau come from? Yeah, from Hawaiian. Cool. But why do I feel like Hawaiian has another? I'm sure Hawaiian has a different name for its own language, right? A Polynesian language. Okay, anyways. All right, sorry, we're going way off script. I mean, Ginger Island is kind of Hawaiian-esque, you know? Um, okay, so we'll do the luau. Oh shoot, that's the whole reason I pulled this up. We got to look up some of the what is it? The high quality eligible items for the best response here. But yeah, 27, welcome in. Good to have you. Yes, voodoo style. It comes from Terraria in the use of the guide doll. Isn't it called like the voodoo doll? I feel like voodoo is mentioned somewhere in Terraria. But yeah. Hey, what's up, Kate? Good to have you here. Um, what can we give that would yeah, give the angler. No way, I am not giving up the angler. We only have one of those. Um, if we okay, gold, no normal quality items are eligible. I guess goat cheese actually could be a good one. We should have plenty, or maybe not plenty of goat cheese, but I know we should have some goat cheese. I'm even just looking at some of the silver stuff to see. Yeah, there's yeah, even a silver star fruit wine. I probably sold all of it, so we don't have any. Um, there's oh yeah, smoked sturgeon. Was that what we gave last year? I feel like we gave smoked sturgeon. Um, I mean, we could smoke something really quick as well. Smoked catfish. But it has to be silver quality smoked. Smoked tiger trout. But yeah, you started watching my other videos with the granny lore, the PowerPoint and the lore development's impressive. Thanks for saying that, Kate. Yes, we are having a lot of fun with the granny lore. The section, I would say it keeps growing, but it hasn't grown in a little while. In fact, there is some more granny lore that I can hold on. Let me bring up. Oh wait, first of all, now that we're over here, to upgrade to the big coop is just more wood and stone. Okay, the coop is only wood and stone and then some geishos. Um, Importantly, I wanted to look this up. Is it was like enciphered something. The enciphered message from the forge. They don't have a picture of it on the wiki for some reason. But at the top of the volcano, there is an inscription and it says like, first of all, it has a picture of the Yoba symbol, and it's written in Dwarvish in a cipher, and some internet sleuths deciphered it all, and it basically says that they were sent from the sky and that they made a new home beneath the stone. Or I guess it was here, right? Yeah, yeah. This is the Dwarvish message, and then when you translate it from Dwarvish using whatever code that Concern Date made for translating English to Dwarvish, it translates to our ancestors came from the sky but made a new home beneath stone. And this connects the dwarves to Yoba. And there's got to be something more to it. Also there is another hidden message in the Skull Cavern. In the Skull Cavern, there's a plaque that says, "We are cursed. Too much iridium." But this is not in Dwarvish. It's a different cipher from this one. Um, but it looks similar. It uses pixels and like a grid, but it's a different one. Uh, and then there's another one that says here, on the floors that are inhabited by mummies. Wizard sealed us in this prison until the day a hero puts us to rest. Now, is the wizard the wizard of Stardew Valley, or is it a different wizard? I don't know. We need to think about this. But I just wanted to bring this up since, these are canon secrets within Stardew that we could maybe connect back to Granny. I mean, maybe Mr. Quee is the wizard that they refer to. I mean, he practically has wizard-like powers, right? Who's more powerful, the wizard or Mr. Quee? Obviously, Mr. Quee, right? But and the mummies were put in Skull Cavern. But then how does this connect to Lunimo? Maybe the wizard is evil Marnie, right? Like maybe Lunimo as evil Marnie put them. Although I would argue that the mummies have been there a very long time before Lunimo took Marnie's body. However, maybe it was still Lunimo because Lunimo is immortal. And by the way, if you don't know who I'm talking about, let me show you real quick over here. Right. This is evil Marnie, and she is possessed by a fallen Junimo whose name is Lunimo. And it's possible that Lunimo has been possessing bodies and becoming like a dark sorcerer each time, using whatever the physical corpus to enact, spells and magic that the Junimo otherwise wouldn't be capable of without the physical body. Um, but the Junimos do have like magical powers and great power. But there's something about the way the mortal flesh, the mortal coil siphons or filters it, focuses the magic. And that's what Lunimo is addicted to. So it probably was Lunimo as a dark wizard, eons ago. We don't know how long the mummies have been down there. They might have been down there even before Mr. Kui. But anyways, I digress. All of that. What was I actually? We could give a gold melon. I'm just looking here. We should go gold goat cheese or maybe a gold fairy rose. Maybe we go gold fairy rose since we messed up Jass's birthday, and this would be a way for us to give it back, to give her the gift subconsciously when she eats the meal, right? uh yeah, or even a gold magma cap. Yeah, we'll look for the fairy rose. If not, if we don't have a gold one, then we'll go for the gold magma cap. But I think we have a bunch of those. So yeah. All right, where were we? We're in the Star-Spangled Summer. God bless the Starfruit Republic. One granny under Yoba, undamageable, with Willy and wine for all. That's our motto for this summer. Yeah. You stuck pins in a voodoo doll of your arch enemy. You only managed to cure his backache and help him quit smoking. ah. Yeah, it's what is it? There is that saying of like the best way to torture your enemy is to heap kindness, like to do kind things for him, right? It'll be like dropping hot coals upon his head. I think it's actually from the Bible in like with one of the Psalms or Proverbs or something like that. Oh. Oh, and by the way, I just want to point out I last stream I talked about making these cursed uh scones. There was like these vegan blueberry, olive oil, rosemary, oats scones, but they're actually delicious. I had one. I don't know. I think it was something I had one before stream, and I don't know. I think it was because I just had dinner, and it just tasted a bit off, probably because of the food I had just eaten before. But after stream, I ate one. It was so good, and then I had another one today, and it was amazing. So actually, they hold up, and I'm proud that the the improvised baking recipe I made turned out so good. I feel like with baking you have to be very precise, but I got away with it this time. Okay, what I don't know why I was thinking of that. The most important things we can talk about. Let's hop into Stardew. And by the way, I I I made the playlist of this playthrough available on my channel. The videos are unlisted, the live streams are unlisted, but you'll find the playlist if you want to follow along the living in a van down by the river playthrough with Farley. Yeah. that was when 1.6 had just dropped and everything was brand new. It was so much fun. I'm excited for 1.7. Hell yeah. I am so excited. You're making an ancient fruit republic on your Ginger Island, Ollie. I love that you're also going with the the colonialist Banana Republic theme. It always like I never realized this until I went to college and realized because like there's a brand in America called Banana Republic. I just thought it was a brand, and then I learned that this is a phrase that's used to refer to like when when the large foreign powers take over like a tropical island or a country and basically subdue that country towards the sole purpose of natural resource extraction. and it's like it's not a good thing. Like it was not a good thing for the people living there. But that was like the foreign policy back in like the 1700s. So well, anyways, just a little tidbit for you. Banana Republic. Why did they name themselves that? Why did they? And it's the garment industry. And on some level, it's honest. Like Like, right? Like it's like the garment industry is like a modern Banana Republic of textiles in like Bangladesh, right? That in the fast fashion, it's horrible. Granny is slow fashion, all right? She takes it easy. There we go. But Jay, yes, you're also an ancient fruit enjoyer, and that was a great playthrough. You remember it, Jay. Thank you. Yeah, you've been here for my Stardew playthroughs. I appreciate it. Although, to be honest, I don't remember it. Like, I was trying to remember, like, what happened during that playthrough. I don't really remember any of it, but the videos are there if you guys want to watch them. I mean, probably something really embarrassing happened if I privated the videos. I unlisted them. No, nothing really embarrassing. I don't know. Yeah. Hey, Invita, or sorry, Marina, welcome in. Yes, a very good surprise. How are you doing? You just finished your Native American Studies class, so it feels appropriate to indulge in some colonialism of yourself. Oh man, yes, you're doing it for research. You're doing it for research, Ollie. All right, in the confines of a video game where it's safe, I suppose. No one's actually getting hurt. But yeah. I called him Juice. Oh, that was his nickname. It was like Farley, and then in, scare quotes, Juice. And then what was his last name? What was his last name, Jay? It was Farley Juice McDougalson or something stupid like that. I don't even know. Very displeased spirits today. What's our living off the land? Super cucumber. You can find this rare fish in the ocean. Only comes out in the evening. A storm's approaching tomorrow. That's nice. Clear and sunny all day. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? We got to do this. It's 6:10 a.m. Let's see if we can get the 3. Only 1 and 1, so let's reset. Let's reset. I remember we did it right at 6 a.m. and it was 3. Wait, the top one was 3, so we can go ahead and do that. Watch. This one can go in here, but we'll wait for this one until maybe 6:20. And see, yeah, I remember. I want to get the maximum dosage. This is Granny. It's not. We are not. What is it? Save scumming here. Only 1. Because it was also 1 on 6:10. What if I move it? Up here? Bam. Okay, there's no way that's gonna work. There's no way that's gonna work. Alright, we got 3. Oh, oh my god, it worked. Look, I don't know. I don't know what happened. McGregor? Yeah, it was Mick something. Yeah, you're right. It had to have been something like that. Yes, barley juice. I don't think it was McGregor. It had to be something else. Hold on, give me 1 second. You had an idea for a granny challenge this morning, Marina, using the max zoom. No need to apply, but would make it a little harder. Oh, almost kind of like she can't see, right? She's got like, you know, big spectacles on that she's... I mean, I feel like someone might have done that. Here, just for reference, this is what it would look like. Oh my god. I mean, this isn't too bad. All right. We can't do too much today because we have to go to the luau. So let's find the item for the luau first. Oh, first of all, let's go ahead and put that away. We do need to get more starfruit seeds eventually. What was it? It was the fairy rose. Where are we keeping these dumb... this is the blue jazz. Here we have silver fairy rose, but we need a gold one. I might... We do have one gold fairy rose, but you know what? I'm going to save it for Jas. I'm going to save it for Jas. If we have the gold magma... Yeah, gold magma cap will give us the best response. And this is important for friendship, by the way. We get, I believe, 120 friendship points for every villager in one day. So if you don't talk to the villagers, this is a good way to offset whatever friendship that you lose from simply not talking to them for a whole year, right? It's basically, it comes out to be about that. Okay, so we got our magma caparino, but yeah. You're gonna start a new save today. You guys inspired me, and it is going to be in Spanish to try to learn my neighbor's language. Oh, cool. Well, good luck with that. Or how do you say good luck in Spanish? Adios, muchachos. It's something. It sounds something like that. Probably, right? Man, it's been so long since I had Spanish classes. But yeah. I know in French, at least, it's, was it bonne chance, right? At least I know it in one of the romantic or romance languages. But yeah, all right, we're still getting the stuff. We got to get these batteries. Oh yeah, don't let the animals escape. Okay, I'll pet all of you. You have the auto petter as well, so don't get too greedy. Don't get too greedy. Isn't it so funny how, like, dogs get so greedy for attention? Like, isn't that kind of funny? Like when dogs, they want you to pet them. And if you stop petting them, they're like, they get upset. They get angry at you. And they like kick and they whine. They're like, pet me. I don't know why I think it's so funny that animals will behave this way. Oh, hey, look at this. Bring pickles. We might have some pickles? I don't know. We haven't pickled anything in a while, so... Also, I think we have enough batteries. We could probably afford to make the rest of the iridium sprinklers that we need. Of course, we can buy one tomorrow on Friday. But yeah. Oh shoot! I accidentally put away the magma cap. Got to keep that out. And we do have pickles. See, it's useful. Boom. Everyone look, fresh pickles. Right, I guess I'm just gonna let them reproduce naturally. Like, I don't need the row that bad at the moment. But yeah. What is this? Buenas sorte. Similar to Portuguese. Boa sorte in Portuguese. Buena suerte. Suerte. It's been a while. These attention seekers. Dogs are so cute. All right, let's just be honest. They're the best. You can't help but love them. And they know that. That's the I think that's the other thing. The dogs, they know the power they have over you. That you are powerless to resist the cuteness, you know? All right, the luau has begun. What else do I need to do today? Not much, I don't think. I'm gonna keep this over here so I can remember to do that. We could pet the cat. Water the bowl. We could check on our crops. Oh, hey, look at that. It's only the hot peppers at the moment. But we do actually have more, these guys we could, we don't have anything to replant them with. That's the problem, right? We need to come up with another plan for some more stuff. Because I don't want to untill everything. Or rather, I don't want to leave it unplanted and then this... I think it's like 25% of the spots will disappear. Oh, wow. Hot pepper in there. Done. Alright. Is that a new one? No. Already used it. Alright, anything else that we need to bring to luau? I don't think so. But we have a little time. Like, we might as well just explore a little bit. Alright, might as well just do another round of... What's up, Linus? You're hiding over here. I have my own reasons for living alone like this. Dude, no one's asking you. Stop being such a diva, Linus. Alright? No one cares. Sorry, Linus. I actually do like Linus. But he's just got a little bit too much of that pick-me energy in him right now. You know what I mean? It's like, dude. Everyone's chill with you living in a tent. Like, stop acting like you are... You know, like, there's paparazzi coming after you, bro. Like, it's fine. The luau goes till 2 p.m., right? Pretty sure we haven't gotten this one yet. There we go. There we go. The strange doll. We are going to have to farm for the strange dolls. You can get them in the mines. We'll have to farm for them. Because we need to give them to Jas. We need to give all 3 of the dolls to Jas. But yes, you failed your Spanish language exam. Sacre bleu. And you forgot to ask, Luca, why did I choose the Riverside Farm? Very good question. In fact, when we started the challenge, I originally thought of using the Hilltop Farm because I didn't want to take any damage. And I thought Hilltop Farm because you get node spawns. You can get whatever copper and whatever, right? So I thought it would be easier to collect ore from the Hilltop Farm. The problem with that is you still have to go down in the mines for the ores to spawn, or maybe you start out with copper, but you don't unlock iron until you get to floor 40 in the mines. So it is tied to your progression in the mines. That was kind of the idea with the Hilltop Farm. And then I realized that actually having access to the fish smoker from day 1 is huge, and you can make a lot of money. And especially because we're playing with Granny, we have to make a lot of money in those first 2 weeks in order to be able to afford the gifts when they appear either at the traveling cart or at the saloon in the dish of the day. And also, I mean, we need to be able to purchase all the seeds and grow all the crops for the help wanted quests. So it's not like we can just not grow crops or not spend our money. So we had to be making a lot of money, and sometimes the gifts from the traveling merchant are like over 1,000 gesos. So, you know, we had to have a good reserve of money, and plus, it's fun. It's really fun to make money quickly in Stardew. That's my bread and butter. That's what I enjoy about not exactly min-maxing. I'm not that crazy, but like, you know, just being efficient and trying to get that snowball of the economy going. I really love that feeling. So we were fishing and using the fish smoker that is exclusive to the Riverlands farm. I mean, it's not exclusive. Like, you can get it in later in the game on the other farms, but you don't get a free one. And having that fish smoker increases the value of your fish a lot. So that was the idea why we chose the Riverlands. I mean, otherwise, it's a difficult farm layout. It's not the best. A lot of people don't like it, but I don't know. There's also a goal that I have personally. I want to beat Stardew on every farm type. And so far, I've done the forest farm, I've done the Four Corners farm, I think I've done the standard farm, though I'm not 100% sure on that. I think so. I know I've done the hilltop farm actually, and I did the Meadowlands farm, and I have not done the beach farm, and now I haven't finished the Riverlands farm yet. You know, so there's the wilderness farm I also haven't done. Maybe I could do one of those one of these days. But yes, that's why I chose the river farm, Riverlands. Views, you still like M though? You mean like Emily? Wait, what? If a guy lives in a Spanish-speaking country and has last name is Rita, he would be Señorita. So Mr. Rita. You would probably hear this joke at least once a day, right? Can you imagine? I like there's this joke about Italians coming Finnish people going to Italy and speaking in Finnish and telling each other to look at all the various sites, and they would be saying in Finnish, they would say, "Oh, cazzo, cazzo, cazzo." But for Italians, that's not such a nice word. All the little Finnish children, they're like, "Look, Mom, look." In Finnish, katsoa means to look. Yeah. Maybe 27, maybe you made that mistake once upon a time, where that's where the dad jokes all started for you. The family trip to Italy. And the hilltop farm is connected to the level on your mining skill, not how deep in the mines you are. Okay, that's a good point, Stacy, then. But it's still hard to level up your mining without actually going into the mines, yeah, that was what I realized, that the hilltop that doesn't spawn the nodes quick enough. And also, I don't really need the nodes because I was getting a lot of ore from fishing, just from the treasure chests. And collecting ore in the mines without taking damage is quite easy. You know, you can just reset the floor, like floor 41 for iron. If there's a slime on the floor or it's near the node that you want to take, just leave and come back. And so yeah, I kind of realized the hilltop farm wasn't as it just wasn't useful. And personally, I've never played a fishing forward strategy. I've seen a lot of people post about it, and they're like, "Oh, you can make so much money fishing," but I always kind of felt like, well, I mean, but you can still make so much more money just by planting the crops, going to the mines, getting sprinklers, you know, and like that for me is a more effective snowball strategy than just sitting and fishing. So this was a nice way to switch things up and do it more granny style, you know. All right, okay, we got carried away. Oh, Penny's over here. I didn't know she came over here. I wish I could keep a garden, but our yard is such a mess. Maybe I'll live in a place where I can have a garden someday. Penny, you're the best. I mean, you and Emily, all right? And I mean, obviously Pam. Pam is on another level. Let's see. Just double check there's no help wanted quest today. Yep. It's a festival day, so they can't spawn. Check that for no reason. Also, double check we don't have any help wanted quests to turn in. Our crop order, we still have time to ship these blueberries. Oh, there's Elliot. Oh dear, my shoes are filled with sand. That's the trouble with living on the beach. That's the only trouble? What about, like, tsunamis, bro? Huh? You like dogs even though they are attention seekers. Yeah, I mean, that's what makes them kind of adorable. There's a certain kind of honesty, you know? They communicate their emotions so openly. The beach farm gets kind of a bad rap, and you feel like people complain about it, but you actually like it. It's very pretty, and it's nice to be able to fish in the ocean. I do want to do a beach farm playthrough at some point. There are tiles where you can farm, and it's really big as well. I think it might be the biggest map, maybe after the Four Corners farm. But it's a really nice farm, and you get the crates that wash up that can give you stuff. And maybe a few other things, right? Like you can fish for the ocean fish there as well. Could be convenient. Yeah, katso. Hugo is your new farmer's name. Nice. Actually, it's funny. One of my friends, his youngest kid is named Hugo. Latin per se is also hilarious in Finnish, yeah. Per se. It means, it's not a nice word for the butt, right? Have I translated that about accurately, 27? The buttocks. I just did a playthrough where I caught all the fish in a game, in an in-game year, and it was fun. Oh, that's really cool, Stacy. Wait, how did you catch the fish on Ginger Island? Did you get to Ginger Island in year 1? That would be pretty impressive. I mean, I guess it's not that hard, but I'm trying to think, like, did you catch all of, like, the Quest fish as well? The legendary 2 fish? I'm just trying to think of, like, or did you catch every possible fish? Even, like, the void salmon and the slime jack. That's a cool challenge. All right, let's talk to some people. But wait, you feel like Elliot is from a noble family, but he left everything after some tragic event? Yeah, maybe there could be some lore there. Oh, this bench has been cooking in the sun all day. Maru, why are you just such a complainer? She's just got such pick-me-girl energy, you know? I'm sorry, guys. We're being so ungenerous to people that, you know, she's just talking about, you know, that she's not trying to be anything. She's just complaining about the bench. It's okay. The governor is our distinguished guest today. I expect all of you to be on your best behavior. For those who brought something for the potluck, contribute your ingredients to the soup cauldron. I like that word. The cauldron. Oh, no, not yet. Don't start. Don't you dare start. I eagerly anticipate my visit to Stardew Valley each year. There's a palpable charm in the air. That's a good word. Palpable. I feel like, honestly, we only use the word palpable to describe things that aren't actually palpable. And I've only ever heard this word used to describe, like, something that's metaphorically very, you know, like an emotion or something. Like, I can taste it, you know, but you can't really. You're not actually tasting something in the air. It's like, why is that? But now this word doesn't mean what it used to mean, I guess. What is with me and words? All right, I was like a humanities, like literature nerd. All right, that's what I enjoyed. So leave me alone. All right. Do we need to buy any of this nonsense? A torch, a totem pole? I bet you anything, this torch, I'm gonna try to decorate, and I'm like, I just need a tiki torch. I need some sort of, and I won't be able to get it, and it'll be like, oh, you gotta wait for the luau, and I'll be like, man, why didn't I buy that when I looked at it? In the totem pole. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm I'm not that desperate for these decorations yet. In all likelihood, it's free in one of the furniture catalogs. So, yeah. Also, Concerned Ape, could you please change the totem poles? This is very disrespectful. All right, this is cultural appropriation. Sorry. Yeah. I don't know. Actually, I don't know enough about totem poles, to be honest, to know if the representation of them in works of art is, you know, some may be offensive. But anyways, okay, look, we got to set, we just got to play the game away from IRL stuff. The moment Lewis steps away from the governor, that's my moment to rub elbows. Didn't see you there. Dude, what do you mean you didn't see me here? I was literally we just talked about rubbing elbows with the governor. Talk to me the other side of the counter. What about these tiki torches? Why can't I buy that? Leek and garlic mashed potatoes. Honey, I think I've died and gone to heaven. Now don't overeat, dear. I wouldn't want you getting a stomachache. This festival always has the best food. Dude, I feel like George is the luckiest man in Stardew. Evelyn is just the best grandma ever. And she takes such good care of him, you know, and he can just be a complete asshole. And she's like, oh, I just love you. You know, I'll make you leek and garlic soup and, you know. My dad's obsessed with the governor's visit. Everything has to be perfect. Wait, I see him over here in the corner. I never noticed that. That would be some good trivia. Where is the wizard standing during the luau? I think he's hoping to be mayor someday. Oh, I got confused. Abigail's dad. Who is Abigail's dad? Pierre, but actually it's in our lore, it's actually the wizard. But she's clearly referring to Pierre. We had the dialogue with Pierre earlier. Look at this fool out here. Oh, there's dialogue, but you can't get to him. What? Yeah. You did the Joja route, which is easier to finish within the year. Didn't catch the queefish, but all the ones on the fishing collection page. The hardest part of it was catching the legend. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Well, not to brag, but we caught the legend in spring year 1, so you might want to, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just trying to brag. You were running out of time in spring with no rain and thought you were going to have to start over. Oh, wait a second. You did catch it in year 1 as well. I'm sorry. Sorry, I misunderstood. I forgot you did it all in 1 year, so you're running out of time. But it is a very hard fish to catch, even when you have like whatever fishing level 10. Doing it with you do have to technically have fishing level 10 to activate the legend, I think, as a precondition for it to show up on your hook, or to show up in the pool of fish that you can catch. Last time you put in sap, Jay? Oh, come on. You hate the valley for some reason. Luca, you got 2 times in a row 2 geodes from 1 stone. It was 1 in 306 million? Dang. It's got to happen to somebody, I guess, at that rate. Yeah. Oh yeah, Delta means don't expect luggage to arrive. Yeah. Or doesn't ever leave the airport. Oh yeah, the American Airlines. Flying in America is madness. I've ranted about American airports and how they suck. And how European airports feel like how airports should feel. Like open spaces, it's clean, the floor is tile. You go to American airports, it's carpet covered in stains on stains. And the ceiling is super low. It's like a rat's tunnel, you know, and you're all funneled in there. I feel like I can't even breathe in an American terminal. Oh hey, looking to escape the noise too? It's your boy. It's your boy, Leah. Oh, Leah isn't in the chat yet, but there we go. This is for Leah if she's watching this back. She's watching the VOD. Sebi. Unfortunately, there's no option to push him in the water, so, you know. Next year, I gotta remember to bring my electric guitar. Imagine a solo at this part of the song. Pam. Flirt. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna need more of this. See, Pam is so positive. Pam is just like, she's got that. I guess I'm just attracted to positive energy. Pam, Emily. Who else? Eva freaking Lynn. She is the most positive. Ah, I love it. And Willie, hello, super positive. Gus as well. You know, the people that don't. Marnie is fake positive. All of her stuff about loving animals, it's just, she's just trolling everybody in town. And Leah says, I can't seem to decide what to eat. There's too many options to choose from. Leah's also very positive. Gus used my potatoes to make several dishes for the buffet. Wait, you have potatoes? So what kind of ingredient are you adding to the soup? Where the hell are you growing potatoes, Caroline? Because I don't feel like you've been... there's no farming area around Pierre's shop, or, you know, what the hell? But do I have to eat it? Yes. Shut up. One bad ingredient can ruin the whole soup. We already talked to Pam. Did we talk to Penny yet? Isn't it wonderful to see our community come together like this? I try my best to treasure these moments. See? Penny. She's a solid lady. So at least Demetrius and Robin are dancing. You know, they're having a moment. They're connecting in the only way they can, non-verbally. Because the moment Demetrius opens his dumb mouth, he ruins everything. Why do humans enjoy dancing? Perhaps it is an instinctual mechanism so that we will inadvertently convey our genetic quality to potential mates. Dude. I'm not going to say who, but Demetrius reminds me of someone I met in real life. And I could not stand this guy. I was just like, oh, shut up, dude. You know? Shut up. Oh. Demetrius, it's because it's fun. See, they can't even have a moment without Demetrius. Let me break this up. Let me break this crap up. Come on, come on. Come on, let me butt in here. Oh, I almost broke it up. Hold on, let me... Oh, wait, hold on. Can I time it? I want to... Hold on, wait. I want to dance. There we go. We did it. We did it. She's dancing with me now. You're no longer in the picture, Demeech. Get out. Oh, yeah. Emily shaking it. It's all in the hips. I think I need to take a break soon. I'm getting sweaty. Hell yes. Look at that. That bodacious. Bodacious pixel art. Can't wait for a bowl of piping hot soup. Do you think if I went in the water, other people would follow? I don't want to be a solo swimmer. What? Since when did Alex care about like having other people join him doing things? Like, he's like kind of not a lone wolf, but you know, he's kind of like, I want to be the best at whatever, you know, what is it called? Grid ball. That's what they play, grid ball. Don't block the sun. I'm in just the right spot to avoid getting any tan lines. Haley. Classic Haley. Pam isn't very nice to Penny. I mean, look, we all have our issues, okay? I'm not saying Pam is perfect, but I am saying she is perfect, all right? And there's a difference. Ah, the luau, all the hustle and bustle of town, brought to my very doorstep. Smells are powerful for bringing back memories. That can be good or bad. Dude, he's traumatized. I've heard the summer season gets very busy for farmers. Make sure you don't overwork yourself. Why can't I go play by the tide pools? Let's go talk to Marlin. Hello. Soup? Dancing? No, thank you. I'm perfectly content right here. Besides, someone needs to keep watch in case a monster appears. There needs to be like a 1 in 100,000 chance that when you enter the luau, a monster actually does appear and he like fights it off. That would be a really cool cutscene. And imagine how cool it would be if you got it. If you got that cutscene. You'd be like, oh my god! There's like a giant, a giant squid, like, grabs him, and he, like, pulls him up and starts hitting him. But he pulls out this cool sword, you know, and starts killing it. Look, these are the thoughts I have while playing Stardew, okay? Concerned Ape, you're free to take notes. These are free ideas, alright? Alright, Linus said something about the roast. Never turn down free food. All right, I think we talked to everyone, right? Now, oh wait, no, we didn't. We didn't talk to Evil Marnie. Hello, Granny Fern. Did you bring an ingredient for the potluck? Just climb the stairs and toss it right in. Yeah, she's waiting for us, and then she's gonna push us into the soup so we drown. And the rest of the village has to eat, to cannibalize poor Granny Fern. Alright, okay, that got really dark. Let's not... We'll put our gold magma cap in. There we go. That could be a hidden message. Concerned Ape has said, somewhere in the art, there is a hidden message in Stardew that still nobody has found. And it reveals something that he is no longer true, or he's no longer doing. Like, maybe there was something he was adding to the game, or maybe it was a different project he was working on, he was going to announce in the artwork. But this maybe could be some kind of secret code. You never know. You know, it's crazy that no one has found it. Millions of people have played this game. Nobody has found where in the artwork the secret code is. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to do a deep dive one of these days and look for it. All right. Should we move forward with the luau? The governor seems a little hungry. Sure, let's do it. You think Pam is positive because she's always drunk? Well, I mean, come on. Okay, look, we got to give Pam some credit. She's a happy drunk. There's already Bigfoot, etc. that can show up, right? Yeah, we need a sea monster. Or maybe it would be a giant... Oh, how crazy would it be if it was a giant jellyfish? So it would be like the big mama jellyfish that sends all the ones that show up on what is it? The midnight... what is it called? The Dance of the Moonlight Jellies. Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm pleased to announce that the potluck ceremony has begun. I have high hopes that you all contributed high-quality ingredients. We want to leave the governor with a good impression now. Well, Governor, would you indulge us with an honorary first tasting? I would be delighted. I've been eyeing the soup all afternoon. Oh my, that's the best soup I've ever tasted! You're right, it's delicious. Is it better than last year's soup? Because that was also the best soup you've ever tasted. Wonderful job, everyone. Now who else wants a taste? There we go. Maybe someone did find the hidden message but didn't tell anyone. The only reason I'll say that's probably unlikely is that uh, I it's Concerned Ape has said it's so obscure that and all of the hidden messages that he's put in the game are like enciphered. So it's not easy to like to just see it and be like, "Oh, that's interesting." I mean, especially if it was something that he's revealing, right? Like I think it would have to be a message. It can't just be like a random image. I think it would have to be a message if it was like an announcement. That's how he describes it. And if it was enciphered, then that person would have to be like on the Reddit and like solving it. And yes, it's possible they could have done it and not told anybody. But like, I don't know. I feel like the kind of person who would do it would also be like, "Oh, did you guys see there's this random message over here on a piece of driftwood on the beach?" You know? And then people would be like, "Oh my god, he found it." The final message. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. Of course it's possible, but I tend to think it's probably so obscure that nobody has. Like you would really have to look for it, I think, and then know how to decipher it using whatever cryptography Concerned Ape used. One of the Krobus cutscenes has a sea monster. Oh yeah, there is a small chance that the sea monster will show up when you go down to the dock. I don't think I've ever seen it. Maybe I have seen it on a playthrough. I can't remember. It's very rare though. I've seen videos of it. So I know what it looks like, but yeah. Um, yeah, it's probably something that you wouldn't really know what it meant unless you were told. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm so curious. I'm so curious. But yeah. There we go. Take care of that. What else? We got to donate this strange doll, right? Was there well yeah, we've already donated all of these. Yeah. Collecting plenty of things here. I think that the gold pea whatever goes here, the sweet pea. That away. That away. And that. Also, I might as well grab whatever trash was in here. Right? Because I do like recycling the trash when I can think about it. And were there any other geodes that we could... The golden coconut we might be able to put through the geode crusher, right? I'm not sure. The mystery boxes I think we have to open up at Clint's. But yeah. We could try the golden coconut and see. We might have to open it up at Clint's as well. But yeah. All right. The animals. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. We gotta upgrade that. Yeah, is there anything else we could do today? Let's see if I can put this in there. No, it doesn't work. Yeah, it only takes proper geodes. Not the golden cocos. Yeah, coconut's unbreakable. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for letting me know, Maria. I just saw your message after I tried. Oh, hey, look at this. I'm going to leave that in that arrangement. And just remember that we put it in at 6 o'clock and at 6:10. You know? Also... I guess, Oh, we'll wait. We'll wait. Might as well sell these. Actually, you know what? I'm moving this back to the original arrangement because I'm kind of... It was just kind of annoying me. But, like, it could be fun to decorate a little bit, you know? And, like, make a little dungeon. Okay, it's Friday. Oh, shoot, we didn't really do a checklist. You know, I said we're implementing our checklist manifesto, and we didn't really check the end of the day just to make sure, but it was a festival day. On festival days, there are no birthdays on festival days and no help wanted quests. So yeah. Is today someone's birthday? No, tomorrow is Alex's birthday. What will the weather be tomorrow? A storm is approaching again tomorrow. Very happy. Oh, this is the best, actually. Look at this. This, if you get this background, so you know the text will always say "very happy" when the luck value is above a certain number, but then you only get this background when it's like the maximum number, or near the very maximum number. You get extra stars, so it's like a super ultra lucky day. Pretty nice. Yeah, I don't know. We could go and maybe try to take advantage of that. Go to the mines or something. All right, dear valued customer, thanks for visiting Pierre's. All right, we got our cashback rewards. Hold on. Put all this junk away. And then let's get the other junk. Okay. No, wrong junk drawer. We got this. And I already forgot. I know angler's not worth that much, but it is the crimson fish roe that's more valuable. So we'll put that through. It's Friday. We need to go check the traveling cart. We need to go to Krobus to get the iridium sprinkler. We need to... what else do we need to do? we need to go visit the Oasis on a Thursday and buy more deluxe speed grow, because I feel like we will need more for Ginger Island. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe this is enough. Probably not. We probably need a bit more, but whatever. Okay, let me do this real quick. What did I put there? Is that the caviar? I don't remember. That away. Can you put the aged roe in a cask? Can you? Maybe. To increase the quality of it? That's not a bad idea, actually. I sold it, though, right? Yeah. I don't know. We could check. We could try it sometime. Yeah. Okay, let's make a plan for today. Today, we are gonna run down here. Check the, whatever, traveling cart. It's not really necessary that we do this, but I don't know. We might as well. And then we'll run over to the sewer. Or, well, not the sewer. We can run to the sewer to go to Krobus to get our iridium sprinkler. Or, yeah, and then we can run over to Clint to get our, oh, we should upgrade. That's another thing. So we upgrade the trash can or the watering can. Which one do we upgrade? Oh shoot, we need a lot more copper. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah. We'll upgrade, I guess, the maybe the watering can. What else do we need to do? Oh, we can make the anvil already. We haven't gotten any trinkets yet. What's up with that? Why am I farming ruby? That is a very good question, Luca. And the reason is that I want to get fried eel. Actually, I'm going to keep the rubies on me. So because we can trade these for fried eel or spicy eel, whatever it's called, and it gives you a speed boost. So we can get double speed boosts, and we'll run around a lot faster. Oh yeah, we were looking at the if I actually, you know what else we could do today? We could go open up some artifacts. We could open up a bunch of stuff. If we go to Clint anyway, we can open these up. We can turn in the strange doll at the museum. We have to check the help wanted board at some point. And we can run to Robin. Let's go to Robin, and I'm going to bring the wood and stone. That should be enough. We'll upgrade the coop to a deluxe coop. And maybe also we'll purchase... Although, wait a second. Yeah, actually we'll be fine. I'll purchase... I was thinking, well, are we going to have enough money for for purchasing more starfruit seeds? But we will have time after the wine is ready. We can go ahead and sell the wine, and we'll have a ton of money for more than enough starfruit seeds. I hope. Yeah. Whatever. Okay. I think we got everything, right? Here we'll do, we'll go to Robin, purchase that. Was there anything else? And I guess we can go to the mines. Since it's a super good luck day, we might as well, right? Oh, we could purchase some more crops. We can replace... They haven't begat a little offspring yet. No, we still need time. But yeah, okay, Jay says you probably can't put the aged roe in the cask. Yeah, oh, wait. Yeah, no, not... Okay, fried eel is one thing. But spicy eel is the thing I'm thinking of. Spicy eel gives you a +1 speed, not just... I think it gives you +1 luck and +1 speed. Harp surprise, tortilla, duck egg. I'll take the rare seed. The green plush seat. At least now we have the money for this iridium sprinkler. Thank God. All right. The sign of the vessel. I don't know if we really need these, but I feel like it's good to have them. Yeah, I want to get these catalogs, but not yet. We can't go crazy on getting all the catalogs. But yeah, we got to decorate a room for our dad, the wizard. I'm gonna first go here so we can use the mine carts after. Need red mullet to enjoy some fresh bread. Okay. It's in the ocean with any weather. Yeah, a summer fish, any weather, from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Wait, we don't need to catch it, do we? It's just to deliver it, right? Yeah, we can deliver it tomorrow. It's someone's birthday tomorrow anyway. But yeah, we'll remember that for Jody. All right. We need to get the statues. I keep forgetting. Actually, you know what? Oh, there we go. Get that iridium pan. We'll upgrade our tools. And we'll do the copper watering can. We'll save the trash can for the end. And also... Oh, wait. These I want to keep... Let's process. Oh! The treasure appraisal guide. What? You will fetch a better price when selling artifacts. Not that I plan to. It's a beautiful book. This is my favorite book. Of like all the book covers, this one's like the nicest. Wow. There we go. Let's are we going to get lucky with the coconut? No. We really need bananas. Like a banana sapling, that would be the best. Okay, let's open up our basic mystery boxes. Oh, deluxe speed grow is actually really good out of a mystery box. Yeah, that sucks. That, I mean, we need to give it to Penny at some point, so. And that kind of sucks. That also kind of sucks for us, because we can't afford to use these. They're too dangerous. 4 mystery boxes. Okay, we at least got another book. I said box. But no, book. Oh, that's good. Oh, we needed that. No, I thought it was mango. We don't need an orange sapling, but we need mango. Shoot. Wow, look at that wheat. Look at those pointless flower seeds. I'm being so negative. The quality fertilizer, I'm sure we're never going to use that. And, ugh, nasty chowder. This chowder that's just been sloshing around in a mystery box. You know, somewhere. Well, we didn't get all that much out of it, but whatever. It's fine. Don't sweat it, you know? It's okay. Okay, let's still turn in. Donate. We saved a spot for it up here in the doll section, just for Jas. There we go. I wish it would tell you how many you've donated. Like, if it could tell you, like, how many out of... Is 90 the max? Can't remember. Wow. Yeah, that's good. I think we just reached 90. Hold on, let's take a look at this. It's good to look together. Let's look at the museum. Yeah, 90 is the magic rock candy. And so we're only missing 5 items. We're only missing 5? Which ones do we think we're missing? I think we turned in all of the bones, right? Oh yeah. Oh, it shows here a picture. I guess we could compare. I feel like, yeah, we're missing some of the artifacts. I know we've done most of these. Maybe this elvish jewelry and these shards. What have we not turned in? Have we not turned in a dino egg, maybe? And who knows, maybe it could be one of these as well we still just haven't found. This poop rock, I don't know. I always forget about these. If we've, yeah. These minerals could very easily be one of those. Actually, hold on, let me compare. Oh, I can't compare very easily. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. We're only missing 5. That's the important thing. But yeah. You made cinnamon rolls for breakfast, Kaimo. Very nice. I had some of my scones today. Were really good. Isn't it so nice to wake up in the morning with coffee and a cinnamon roll or a scone, something delicious? You should be able to look on your pause screen. It will at least tell you if you've collected it. I guess not if you've donated it. Wait, what? You should be able to look on the, oh, in the collections, maybe? Yes! Oh, how did I totally forget? Yeah, we're missing the scapula, whatever this is, and we're missing this ancient arrowhead. So that's 2. Right, we haven't, and we have donated all of these, right? Or maybe it's possible if I haven't, oh no, I can see the dino egg over here. We've donated the dino egg. It must, so 2 artifacts and 3 of these. Well, maybe only 2. It's possible that we already passed 90 and I just didn't check the collect rewards. So donating the, donating whatever the doll today didn't push us over 90. We might have already been at 90 and the doll pushed us to 91. And so that's my guess, is we've donated all of these, but we haven't donated these two stones, whatever they are. Yeah, we'll get them eventually with enough Omni Geodes. All right, very nice, nicely done. Look, our inventory is such a mess. Whatever, don't worry about it. Let's run over here. Did I do everything I said I wanted to do today? Okay, first of all, I want to make house renovations. All right, I want, wait, how much money? We've got 300,000. We have plenty of money for this. I don't want to open the bedroom. I like having the divider. Oh my gosh, that's so expensive for the dining room. A cubby for 10,000. Attic for 60,000. Expand the corner room for 100,000. Okay, I'm not gonna get these just yet because I really do want to wait. We aren't in a rush to decorate right now because I still want to wait till after we get the Starfruit Republic set up with a backlog of starfruit seeds so we can replenish. I don't want to I don't want to harvest all of the starfruit and not be able to plant starfruit again, because then all of the tiles will disappear on Ginger Island. The tiles don't disappear in the greenhouse if you leave it overnight, but on Ginger Island they will disappear. So I'm gonna wait. These are, I forgot how expensive these were, But I still want to make the deluxe coop or whatever, the big coop. We might need another fish pond for our legendary fish. Yeah, the big coop. There we go. Okay, I guess let's just go to the mines. Did we do everything we said we were gonna do? We checked the help wanted board, we got the quest. I think we've got plenty of time. Like that. But hold on, I need a little break. I need to get some water. I did a really long run today. And on days when I do my long run, I'm like, I have to like remind myself to hydrate. Otherwise, my body collapses. I know you only drink coffee on rare occasions, but you do like it with some cake or pie. I love having my coffee in the morning. Ooey gooey cake especially goes good with coffee. With some vanilla ice cream. You guys are making me hungry. You're having an artist do a commission for a scene for your story. Can't wait to see it complete. Hey, that's really cool. What kind of story are you? Is it like, are you writing a story, or is it a Stardew fan fiction like Granny? Is 100 the floor that I really want? How is it a super good luck day, but we haven't had any ore? Or is 80 a better floor? 81, I mean. I do like breaking these, even though it's kind of dangerous. It didn't damage me, right? Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Yeah, just double checking I didn't take damage. 'Cause that dude was lighting me up. Oh, we got that summer squash. Gotta love it. Oh. I knew he was gonna come at me so fast. I gotta be careful about potential rock crabs around here. It would be nice to get that ruby, but it feels too dangerous. Actually, I can get him. Here we go. There we go. But yeah. You're trying to write an original story. It's called Eleanor and the Ever Skippers of the Beyond More. It's basically a portal fiction type story. That's cool. That actually sounds really interesting. The Ever Skippers of the Beyond More. You know what this reminds me of? A really good children's book called Unlondon. UN space LUN space DUN. And it's written by China Mieville. And just the names that you're using, he comes up with really creative names like that. Beyond Skippers. Like that immediately made me think of China Mieville. I wonder if you would enjoy his writing. He's kind of a wordsmith in that way. I really enjoy. And Eleanor is a great name. That's actually a name of a flower in Lord of the Rings. And it's the name that Sam gives his first daughter, Eleanor. Because he's like, what do I name my first daughter? He goes to Frodo. And then Frodo's like, well, why not name her after like a beautiful flower? And then they remembered a flower that was it one of the flowers in Lothlorien? The Eleanor? Or is, I don't know. Something like that. Oh, wait, you misspelled it. It's Eleonor and the Ever Skippers. Eleonor. Ah, okay. Well, never mind. Everything I said about Eleanor, I take it back then. All right. It's important because it's pronounced Eleonor. Her love interest is a lion-headed guy named Leojol. Leojol. That's a cool name. Leojol. Is it pronounced kind of like that, or is it more like Leojol? Like almost like it's two words. Leojol. I like Leojol. Kind of like it's almost like Nigel. Nigel. Leojol. Leojol. A lion-headed dude. Is this, Kaimo, is this an appropriate story for children? All right. Or is this one of those, books that girls read in airports? You know what I'm talking about? And they're like, oh, it's just a little fantasy story. And it's a lot more than just a little fantasy story. You know what I mean? What are you up to? Is this why you're excited about the commission you made for the artist? It's going to be visualizing a critical scene between the protagonist and her enemy after they realize they love each other. They're sworn enemies, but their bodies are so chemically magnetic, you know. You know what I'm talking about. That's what the ladies be reading these days. Like, I know what's going on. I actually did try to read, or I started reading, what was it? Is it A Court of Thorns? Is that what it's called? I started reading the first book, but I was like, oh, this is so weird. It was just, the dialogue was just weird to me. And I couldn't get into it. I was just like, oh. And maybe it's also the characterization. Like, she's a kind of author, or she characterizes in a certain way that to me is like, it's not my style, it's not, I'm just like, ah. And I was a little put off, like the older sister dynamic was a bit weird. Like the mom and older sister dynamic was just kind of weird. And I was like, I don't know, I'm just not really into it. Not that maybe it could be a great book later, but I was just like, it's kind of weird. It was just Okay, wait. Kaimo says, LOL, I mean, there's no smut scenes, but there's definitely adult themes. Okay. All right, I'll allow it. Not gonna lie, though, one of the main themes is the sexual freedom of consenting adults. Eleonor represents being able to make a choice that others don't want you to make. Her sister represents getting to make any. Okay. Choice at all. Oh, wait, her sister represents getting to make any choice at all because people expect her to be celibate. Oh, okay. This sounds really interesting, Kaimo. Stacy says, I guess I'm, quote, the ladies. That's almost exclusively what I read. Oh my goodness. Well, Stacy, what is it that you like about these books? Tell me honestly, what is it? Okay, I'll also tell you guys something. My credentials, all right? My name, I am actually in the credits, the acknowledgments, the first page of an erotic novel, all right? Yes, there is an erotic novel that is dedicated in part to me. There's one other person in the dedication. It's me and someone else because I'm friends with the author, and she writes these erotic novels. This was many years ago, actually, and we were both teaching assistants in France, and we were on a train together, and we started talking about I don't know, some of these stories, and I started like riffing and coming up with an idea for her that involved Thanksgiving in America. And she really liked it. And we were like, it's kind of like what we're doing now with lore crafting for Granny. You know, we were coming up with like what would be a really interesting situation or conflict, right? For two characters. And I mean, I won't go into all the details, but the name of the book, if you can find it, is called Spicy with a Side of Cranberry Sauce. And it's actually a really well written book. I remember she sent me a copy of the book, and I was reading it, and I was so impressed. I'm like, oh my god, her ability to capture these characters. You know, it's an erotic novel, yes, so there are sex scenes, but like the characters are so fleshed out. Like, okay, that was a bad joke, but like they really have. There was so much more to the characters than simply what we discussed, or simply, I don't know, the setup to a smutty scene or something like that. And and that is the only erotic novel I've ever read. Not that I wouldn't, not that I'm against reading them. I don't know. Maybe I don't have people recommend them to me or something. I don't seek them out, I guess. But that one, it opened my eyes to what an erotic novel could be, and I was actually really impressed with her book. So you guys should go check it out. Spicy with a side of cranberry sauce. I helped come up with the concept. So I am credentialed within the community. I would just like to point it out. That's my, you know, when they do the fun facts about me stuff, you know, that's mine. All right. Maybe that's a little bit too much for like a new workplace fun facts. But yeah. It is funny though, because you would think that maybe I'm credited for my my prowess in the bedroom, but alas, no. It was just I helped concept the idea with the author. And Luke, very good question. Why do I not go to floor 120? The reason, and this is very critical, if you get to floor 120, it changes the stats of the monsters. All the monsters in the game get a huge stat boost. Their health goes up by something like 50%, and their defense also goes up by like 50%. Um, and the chance that you miss, that your attack doesn't hit them, that also goes up. So it just makes the game a lot harder to kill the enemies. And since the Granny Challenge involves taking no damage, we're not going to floor 120. We don't want to unlock that. The disadvantage is we don't have access to Skull Cavern outside of the Desert Festival. And it might come down to it where we simply just, in order to do the monster eradication goals, we we just bite the bullet and take 120 and then just kill the monsters with the added whatever buffs that they have. Because by that point, maybe our weapons will be strong enough to be able to handle them. But yeah, at least for now, that's why we haven't gone to 120. Also, it's in the volcano as well, so it's all the enemies in the game. And I checked the code. I double checked this on like the modding site, so Stardew's modding wiki, to make sure that all the monsters in the game, it's not just the monsters in the mines, but Skull Caverns and Volcano. Um, So yeah, that's one of like the Stardew knowledge drops I got. I learned that I think from watching the Habu do a perfection run. And in 1.6, he had mentioned that he wouldn't go to the bottom of the mines because he was planning to go to the desert festival in year two. And I was like, "Huh, that's interesting." And that was when I first learned that of this little trick. But yes, Stacy, you don't actually always like the ones that are fully just smut with no story. Well, Stacy, I got a book. I got a book for you. All right, spicy with sato cranberry sauce. It's very American too. I feel like that's I don't know. I've always liked fantasy stories and also like romance, so the two combined is perfect. Well, good, good. Yeah, drop the name exactly. You guys got to go check it out. But I like the ones that have really good world building and a good fantasy plot besides the smut. There's got to be more to it, right? It's yeah. And Kaimo says the skinny of it is that Eleonor has a brother that's been hidden away all his life, and he takes his revenge by usurping Eleonor and sending her and Leojol and others to another world with rare magic. But Eleonor discovers she is the Ever Skipper, a rare being that can travel through worlds. So she has to travel through several connecting worlds to get back to hers and save her sister. That actually sounds really cool. That's a really cool concept. It kind of reminds me of the the Magicians. It's like a trilogy, and I really enjoyed the Magicians when I first read it like 10 years ago. But last year I tried to read it again and I couldn't stand it. The characters, the dialogue, I've grown since then, and I was like, oh, I just yeah, there was something I can't remember exactly, but the way the characters talked to each other felt so stylized and cringy that I was like, ah, yeah. And maybe also the Magicians is like it's like overly crass. It's like the characters are all really douchey and say lots of, they like curse. I'm not against cursing in a book, but when all the characters are just kind of like these like dirty cursing, but like they're edgy. Everyone is so edgy, and it's just like, okay, I mean, it's fine if there are some edgy characters, but not when everyone is like that. That's kind of how I felt when I was reading it. Anyways, your concept reminds me of the Magician's concept, where they kind of discover the portal to Narnia, but it's called something else. But it's kind of like Narnia, um, and I like in that story at least that the magic is more perilous. Harry Potter, the magic is like, I don't know. It's like no one dies, or some like, okay, Cedric Diggory or whoever dies, but like the consequences aren't that like severe. Whereas in the Magicians, I really liked that there were very severe consequences, especially the moment when they summon the fairy. The fairy shows up in the classroom, and this like that's like it's such a cool scene in the book. Um, but I don't know. I'm rambling. You guys are getting me on a ramble again. Last stream was the ramble stream. This stream I'm supposed to be focused. The thing with those 18 plus books is the description of the characters, most of them focusing on the girl being tiny and frail or without exploring themes. Yeah, she's like, I'm so small. I don't have time for eating. I have to study. I have to practice. I have to. I. Yeah. uh, yeah. It's like, I don't know. It's weird. The first few chapters are in AO3. Actually, if you might be interested, putting the first chapter there because there is a plot connecting Oz, Earth, and Wonderland. Interesting. Wait, what does AO3 mean? Technically a fan fiction, even though the rest of the worlds she visits are going to be original. That's interesting. So you're like you're riffing off of some of these other worlds and connecting them. And Buse, you like the historical romance novels. Actually, I read a really good historical novel that's called the Bruce Trilogy. It's not a romance novel per se, but romance is critical. And I actually really enjoyed the romance between William Wallace um, and who is it? Like, is it Elizabeth, the daughter of some English or Scottish lord? Or an Irish, actually. It's an Irish lord. And it's based off the real history. And it's their romance plays out as a series of letters that they send each other. And they're like really feisty, or feisty. It's like they really they have a moment when they first meet where she gets really angry at him, because he, I don't know, he's uh, and so they start off in this very tense way, but then the way the author develops it, I think, was quite interesting and well done. It wasn't like enemies to lovers in like a stereotypical way, but um, yeah, it was. Yeah, I liked her character in that book, or in those three books. Yeah, the Cruel Prince is a good book. I don't know the genre, but it's a phenomenal book. I haven't heard of that one. I might need to look it up. Um, you're gonna go back to watching from your sofa now, Marina. AO3 is Archive of Our Own. It's a fan fiction website. Ah, okay. Yeah, no, I haven't been in, I guess, interested in fan fiction. I've never really gotten into it, but it could be interesting. I should, you should open up a live stream only about reading. You know a lot of books. Well, Marina, I do love books, and I read quite a bit. My favorite fantasy, well, obviously, it's hard to compare or just say like I have favorites, but I have two favorites. Obviously, The Lord of the Rings. That had such a profound impact on me as a child. Reading the books, I was just old enough to read the books before the movies came out. And the movies coming out when I was like a 13-year-old boy, it's just like that. The Fellowship of the Ring is still, in my opinion, the greatest movie ever made. Full stop. And then as an adult, I got really into A Song of Ice and Fire. And to this day, I think I enjoy reading A Song of Ice and Fire, the Game of Thrones books. I enjoy those books more than Lord of the Rings. Even though Lord of the Rings has a lot of nostalgia, and it's a very beautiful story. Like, it's not like I get bored with Lord of the Rings, but there is something about the craftsmanship of George R. R. Martin's writing, I think, that captures more about the human experience than Lord of the Rings. And that it's, yeah, I feel like Game of Thrones is more Shakespearean, and Lord of the Rings is more poetic or mythical. Um, so they're very different. They don't really compete with each other, but yeah, I'm a real nerd about both of those. And I've been craving, I listened to the audiobooks of A Song of Ice and Fire. I listened to the whole thing last year. And oh, it was so good to revisit all of it. I love all of the conspiracy crafting among the fans, trying to figure out what's going to happen in Winds of Winter. You know, the battles that are going to play out, and the characters, what has been hinted at, what do the prophecies mean. All of that's really fascinating. So I'm really excited for when Winds of Winter comes out. And I am a believer. I am not one of these people who's like, oh, Martin, he'll never finish the book. I believe. I choose to believe he's gonna finish the series. He's gonna publish it. It's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna love it. I hope. Um, I try. Martin's one of my favorite authors. The way he writes, um, and creates characters and conflict. Uh, yeah. Okay, what the heck am I doing? All right, let's. This is dangerous because these could be rock crabs. No point in taking risks. I guess 80 is typically good because it's a little bit smaller. Oh, we got a green slime or a yellow slime, depending on how you define your colors. It was more like a lime green, but not really lime green because I'm. Okay, look. Oops, wrong floor. Wrong floor. It's like that when someone once told me that they thought a tennis ball was green. I was like, you got to be out of your mind. Tennis balls are yellow. They are like the most yellow of yellow objects. Are basically like a lemon. But there are people who are like, no, they're green, dude. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. It's like the dress. Remember that dress that's like, is it black and blue? Or is it gold and white or whatever it was? The dress I remember, I'm not capable of seeing it one way. Like, I cannot see it the way it actually is. It's actually black and blue. I can't see it that way. when I look at it, I'm like, that dress is gold and white. And no matter how much I try to like trick my brain into being like it's black and blue, and like I've even seen the visualizations that are like, oh look, if you just change the lighting, and I'm like, it still looks gold and white to me. What are you talking about? We might need some more coal here pretty soon. Actually, you know, we have the kilns. We have the kilns. So we could totally set it up. Whatever. But yes, taking a sidetrack, exactly. What's my favorite event? Wait, do you mean in Stardew? In Stardew, it's the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies. The music, the ambiance, it's just a moment of beauty and reflection. And it's one of those rare moments in a video game that I remember when I was first playing Stardew and I got to the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies, I was like, holy shit, like, this is amazing. You know, like, I was like, this is beautiful. And yeah, you don't get those moments very often. I feel like, especially in video games where it's like everything has to be like fast and, you know, like, I don't know. It was nice. Nice to have that little festival. For being a super good luck day, it doesn't feel that lucky. Watch me get the living hat right there. How crazy would that be? But yeah. Marina says, no way, it is blue and black, OMG. I mean, colors can look different to different eyes, though, and the yellow of a tennis ball is super neon, so I can kind of see just a slight tint of green, but yeah, overall yellow. Yeah. But it's so funny, I never thought of a tennis ball as anything but bright yellow. So I don't know. Why are you trying to get the living hat? Because it's awesome. And actually, I'm not collecting the weeds specifically for that reason. I'm getting it for the fiber because I want to make the Statue of Blessings. And we almost have a full stack of fiber. And also we're using the fiber for like tree fertilizer. So we just kind of need it for some of those things. I'm not gonna risk the rock crab there. Is it worth it? Let me work it. Yeah, we need the trinkets. That's what we need. And you can easily get fiber from green rain. That's a good point. Yeah, green rain is coming up. We're still in summer. We haven't had it yet, so that'll be another good source. Yeah. What even is the living hat? Never heard of it, Kaimo. It is actually the rarest, like, I would say it's the rarest item in Stardew. Maybe technically there are a few items that could be considered rarer because maybe it's like the work boots only shows up in the fishing chest one in like a jillion times or something like that. But like the like more real stuff, like the living hat, it's a 1 in 100,000 chance. 1 in 100,000. Like yeah. It's I've gotten it twice. Kind of feel like we're not making that much progress here with I don't know, with farming some stuff, but like, whatever. We are getting a lot of copper bars, at least. So that's nice. But yeah. Yeah, 1 in 100,000. And it has leaves in it. Yeah. You once trashed it, didn't know it was that rare. Luca. I have heard of people doing this. Because it kind of looks like it's not that it looks bad, but you might just get it and you got it from a weed and you're like, oh, what the heck is this? I don't want this, you know? You're not, it's not that you don't want it, but maybe you already have a bunch of stuff in your inventory, right? So you're like, I don't need to wear this hat. So you trash it, you know? I've never done that, at least. Yeah, you've played a lot of hours, Stacy, and never got a living hat. I mean, the best way to get it is to farm for it on Ginger Island. You can do that because on Ginger Island, the debris does not spawn on Ginger Island. Only weeds. And so if you clear all the debris and just leave it, it'll completely fill with weeds. And then you get bombs. And you just wake up. You have to create a path that goes through. I did this on stream once a long time ago, but you create a path that goes through the weeds, and then you wake up in the morning feeling like P Diddy, and then you take the bombs and you just run outside and plant the bombs and and blow up all the weeds, collect all the items, and then if you don't get the living hat, just reset. And so you can go through like several thousand fire weeds per minute or whatever. Maybe not per minute. I can't remember. I do remember. I think on average it would take something like 6 hours. It would take like 6 hours to break 100,000 weeds. It was also actually, this is funny. It was actually because of the living hat I learned this interesting little mathematical trick. Or it's not a trick, but a fact in mathematics that if you break 100,000 weeds, and there's a 1 in 100,000 chance that you get the living hat, what is the chance that after breaking 100,000 weeds, you will have gotten at least one living hat? Because there's a chance that you still won't have it after breaking 100,000 weeds, right? It's not guaranteed. The chance always turns out to be, in this case, 63%, which actually involves Euler's number, E. I can't remember what the equation is, but yeah, if there's a 1 in 100,000 chance and you repeat the event 100,000 times, it's 63%. And the same holds if it's like 1 in 1,000 and you repeat 1,000 times. It always comes out to be that. And the math has to do with like the chance, whatever, but it's really an interesting mathematical concept. When I first learned it, it's like, that's so weird. It's like 1 over it's 1 over Euler's number, and 1 minus 1 over Euler's number should give you 63%. But yeah, fun little tidbit. Isn't that weird? Because you would think that if you do it 100,000 times, you would get one, right? And that's kind of true, but you're not guaranteed it. There's only a 63% chance that you'll have it. But in our case, I think it only took us like 4 hours of farming before we got it. Yeah. 150 hours and no living hat views. You want to know how at least according to Steam, I have over 1,500 hours in Stardew at this point. I'm basically a Stardew pro. And I'm proud of it. Okay, we'll try floor 100 now. Get out of here. I didn't kill him in one hit, so I ran. Hey, we processed almost all of this copper. Why do we only have 99 copper bars, though? I feel like... I guess that makes sense. We had only about 100 or 500 copper ore. But yeah. How about we get the living hat right now after talking about it so much? No. Oh wow, 4 bat wings. That's the power of the burglar's ring that I combined. It doubles the whatever. The drop rate. Actually, I think we have enough here. I guess I'll just, yeah, use whatever here. Hard work does pay off. 63% of the time, exactly. You know, it's all a matter of perspective, right? Yo, this bro is crazy. But honestly, I mean, speaking of the living hat, how clutch would it be to get one right now? Like, while we're just chilling over here, talking about it, like, what if I got it on this floor? This floor's probably too dangerous, though. Some of these could be, rock crabs. Like that. Oh, that could be a rock crab, and I just ran right into it. Did I get the living hat? No. Unfortunately. Try again. I mean, I guess I'm really just here, like, collecting ore, because it's a good luck day. Wait, we can still do this tomorrow. It's no one's birthday today, right? Double check I didn't take any damage. Why do I need so much copper, Luca? We are crafting lots of kegs. We need about 100 more kegs. Actually, we probably need more than that. I originally planned... Well, maybe not. Well, the ancient fruit. I was going to say, we're changing. I originally planned for 600 starfruit on Ginger Island, but we might end up having more like 700 or 720 or something like this. So, and the starfruit with deluxe speed grow every 9 days. And I had calculated in total that to offset the number that you're growing in 9 days, the kegs produce the wine every 7 days. I would have only needed 544 kegs when you do the ratio or whatever. And so that's kind of what I'm still targeting. And we get about 33 to 37 kegs per week based off of our oak resin farm. And yeah, you just need a lot of copper and iron for that. So that's why I was making so much. And we do need copper for a bunch of other random things that we can craft. But yeah, we're kind of reaching the point in the game where now we're just going to be rolling in with tons of money after we get all of our kegs going. And the starfruit are set up. We can focus on other things, like decorating, because Granny is an aesthetic lady. But yeah, isn't it Alex's birthday? It's tomorrow, right? Oh, no, wait. Does it say their birthdays if I click on it here? His birthday is summer 13. And it's only the 12th. So, yeah. We'll give it to him. Yeah. Okay, Miranda, you notice that as well. You're scared. I like that you guys get scared for me. That's good. I need you to be on your toes. I need you to know that I am fallible, right? If you came to the stream and you were like, oh, this guy, he knows what he's doing. No. I almost lost the run. We almost lost it to Jas, or rather Evil Marnie, you know, but we almost messed up Jas's birthday. And that brush with death is it was sobering. And now we have a much more rigorous checklist system that we use every day to make sure we don't mess it up. Oh my gosh. Ah! I got him. Okay, that was so I hate those dudes. They're so dangerous. See that? Those rock crabs? I don't want to have to reset the day at this point. Yeah. Evil Marnie up to her shenanigans, you know? It's over here. Oh, ladder. Am I allowed to reset the day if I take damage or the save is over? I am allowed. Yes, if and not just allowed, I'm forced to reset the day if I take damage. Yeah, we have to reset the day. We don't have to reset the file. Missing a birthday, and actually when it comes to missing a birthday, even if I sleep, I am allowed to save scum and go back one extra day, so more than just resetting the day. You are allowed to do that. I think we decided we were allowed to do that after completing the community center. We had some explanation that like Granny gained more Junimo powers to be able to save scum if she missed a day. But obviously, if I just sleep like another day, like I did with Jas, right? We gave Jas the wrong gift, but we did give her a Star Drop tea, so we were lucky that we did that. But we just slept a couple more days, and that was enough. It's not possible to save scum at that point. Not unless I'm like, manually keeping copies of the save file every day, which I'm not. But yeah. Yeah. The household is cursed. God knows what that woman feeds to little innocent poor Jas. I know, yeah. Jas and Shane. That's why Shane has so many problems. Like, Evil Marnie is kind of, she is she's aggravating his symptoms, right? She's exacerbating it. And Jas as well. Jas is always complaining about Aunt Marnie this. She doesn't let me do that. I have to be home. Can't have any fun. Yeah, Aunt Marnie's not very nice. Evil Aunt Marnie, that is. The true Aunt Marnie is a beautiful woman, inside and out. But yeah. It is the woman's fault, you say. It's Evil Marnie's fault, and actually, it's Looney-Mo. And Looney-Mo is a sexless spiritual being, as far as we know. I mean, I don't do Junimos have gender or sex? I don't know, but I'm assuming that they're just kind of like spirits. Maybe they might identify as male or female or other, but they don't have reproductive organs the way that we do. And yeah, it's the Looney-Mo that is evil. We're not poor Marnie. The true Marnie. Yeah. If I get the living hat, I won't even notice because I don't pay attention. Oh, by the way, I also learned today that if you collect 1 million of an item all at once, you get a notification that tells you it's like you get not an achievement like a Steam achievement, but it's some sort of reward or some notification pops up that tells you you're special or something. But I don't have 1 million of a single object that we could throw on the ground and pick back up. I didn't know that was in the game. That could be a rock crab, and I just ran right into it. Because I was all gung-ho about killing the, whatever, the void spirit. All right, I feel like this is enough, right? Yeah, what all do I need to bring back? I mean... what is some of this junk that I have? You know what I mean? Like, I do want to bring back the copper bars, obviously, priority. I want to bring back these void essences. I could leave something else here, like the fire quartz, right? I don't really need that. This other stuff could be nice. I guess I could leave the bat wing. I mean, the grape I could even leave. But I'll take the bat wings over that. That's good for now. Yeah. I want to come check the void spirits. Like, I feel like we've been farming them forever. 107 out of 150. Okay. Was hoping we'd be closer, but you know, I guess we only kill like one every like 3 to 5 floors, you know, because sometimes they don't spawn. Or maybe they spawn and there's too many of them. It's too dangerous to try and kill them all. Bats are done. Cave insects are done. You know, Dougies should be pretty easy as well to go and farm. But yeah. And rock crabs were getting there as well. But yeah. You posted an older commission of Eleonor and Leojol on the Discord. Oh, okay. I'm going to take a look. I'm curious. Let me make sure it is age appropriate. Oh, that's cute. That is really cute. The Lion Man. Good. It almost has like a kind of Stardew feel to it. I don't know how to explain. Like the female character almost reminds me of like a Stardew character. It's very nice. Very cute. But wait, you need to confess you didn't read the core rules. You have to complete every help wanted quest. Correct. We cannot miss a single one or we reset the file. I am insane, yes, but I'm also a grandma. Maybe this is the most sane I've ever been, you know? Like we're helping people. Yeah. Yeah, we also have to complete all the special orders and all the Qui quests. Now, we don't have to complete all of them in the sense of like each individual possible quest. What I mean is just that every week that they show up, we have to complete them, right? We have to complete one. We have to complete them whenever they show up. But I don't know. Maybe we will eventually complete all of them. The goal is just to do what's necessary to get to perfection, right? And then after perfection, we can then decide about how, if we want to keep playing and like what more we could do with, I don't know, fleshing out Granny's existence, getting every outfit or something. The commission you're having done right now is of Eleanor's sister, Lorelei, and her love interest, Julianne. I love that, Kaimo, you are continuing the fantasy tradition of spelling names weirdly. Also, Lorelei is one of those names I only associate it with Gilmore Girls. I don't know anyone who's been named Lorelei outside of that show. When I was dating this girl and she was explaining Gilmore Girls to me, I was like, what? How does any of this make sense? Two of the main characters have the same name, Lorelei? She's like, yes, but it... I was like... Oh. I think I did watch the first episode or two with her. But she binged it. She would go on these, like, you know, binges. So she basically binged the whole thing without me. And I was like, you know what? That's okay. I got other things I'm interested in. It wasn't a bad show. But I wasn't hooked per se. Those will take a little longer. Oh, of course. My inventory is so full. Yeah. I could grab those at least. Clam chowder is not one of the loved gifts. Alright, let me get a little organized. Also, let me put these in here and maybe I'll remember to bring them to Ginger Island. Or maybe I just keep them in my inventory with the other stuff I have here. Okay. All of this junk needs to get organized. All right, that's good. Yeah, we have plenty of bars. I think that's enough now for what we need. Oh, we need to take the cinder shards to Ginger Island as well. I don't know if I'm gonna go like now. I don't know. Maybe we could go. We could plant some more starfruit. I can't remember when we planted the starfruit, what day it's gonna be done. But actually, it should be ready pretty soon. But yeah. You never watched Gilmore Girls, Marina? And Luca, when did I start playing Stardew? It was during COVID. It was at the end of 2020 or the beginning of 2021. I got the game. I think I actually got it on sale, like whatever, Cyber Monday or Black Friday on Steam, 2020. But maybe, did I wait to play it till next year? I can't remember. But yeah. I did, yeah, I went down the Stardew rabbit hole at that point. I was just so enchanted with this game. And I've played it a lot ever since. You know, there have been a few periods where like I haven't been playing because I'll play other games or I'm just doing other things, you know? But I always come back to Stardew. Like, it's just my favorite game to restart. Yeah. And that's true, Marina. The Discord server cover photo for the Discord, link in the description, by the way, shows me wearing the living hat, and I made that. Uh, when what was it? Was that for the very first Stardew playthrough that we did on stream? I can't remember which one that was, but yeah, yeah, we got the living hat on that stream. That was crazy. But yes, I have history. Tyler, please play Kitty Powers Matchmaker. I think you would enjoy it. What the hell? What are you saying, Buse? I've never heard of that game, but I am gonna look it up after the stream. And on that note, I think this should be the last day for me because it's almost 9 o'clock here, and I'm really tired after the run today. So I probably should wind it down and go to bed a bit early, uh, especially because I do have some work tomorrow I got to get done. So, uh, but yeah. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go to sleep. Let's double check everything. Remember the checklist manifesto. All right. No one's birthday and help wanted quest for Jody. We will deliver that tomorrow. In fact, to remind myself to do it. Look at me being very responsible. Let's take a red mullet out. All right, we'll give that to her. There we go. That'll remind me the next time we do a live stream. Hopefully tomorrow evening. I like streaming on Mondays, I'm realizing. It's a nice way to start the week with a Stardew stream. I can't promise it, so it's possible that I won't stream tomorrow, but just let's say there's a 63% chance that be able to stream tomorrow. Maybe more. I don't know. 63 is probably a good percent actually for it. But yeah. You love Gilmore Girls, Stacy. In Lorelai's defense, she was 16 and a lot of pain meds when she decided to name her daughter after herself. She goes by Rory anyway. Yeah, there's a lot of lore when you get into it. I know lore, but like, you know, you get into it and you like the characters, it all makes sense. You feel old trying to use Discord, Marina? I do as well. I only got the Discord because people were like, "Oh, we'd really like a Discord if you could make one for us." And then I was like, "Okay, guys, like, I'll do it." I think my hesitation is also like, it's a community now that I feel like I am responsible for, you know, that I, you know, have to manage. And if, you know, you hear these not horror, what kind of horror stories of like, you know, people misbehaving in various discords and yeah, I don't know, but I'm glad. I think it's been a good addition for, you know, for my channel and for people to be able to interact with each other somewhere outside of like the comment section and whatever. But hope you won't be late to the stream, Luca. Well, I'm glad you are on board now with the granny challenge. Um, Also, I had this idea. It could be fun to start making some like little videos that recap, you know, the granny challenge, like going back to the original streams and trying to like edit them into these little videos could be kind of fun. And if I do it, I'm not promising I'm gonna do it, and I'm not promising I will do it this way, but I had this idea that I would love to have a little character that like also talks and gives commentary in addition to me explaining things, and who's kind of like, I don't know, a sassy side character. And the character would be this character. Oh wait, actually, hold on, let me sleep first. Let's go to sleep. We did everything, right? I think we can go. I'm gonna go and get it. I'm gonna get the character. We're not gonna save this, but I want to show you the character that I'm thinking of. Okay, I have to think for a second about... Okay, we need 3 things. We need the super cucumber. We also need a strange bun. I know we have a strange bun. It must be in here. Yes, we have the strange bun. And I don't think we actually need... I think we only need the super cucumber. I'm pretty positive, actually. And void mayo is the last thing. I'll grab the void mayo just in case we need it. Oh, and actually, we don't have void mayo. Or maybe it's over here. Yeah. By the way, these 3 statues are still mysteries to the community. Concerned Ape has not explained what they mean. He has said that these statues all have a personal meaning to him. But the statue I'm thinking of, you guys might have already caught on if you know the items that I'm grabbing. I believe the super cucumber goes here. Yes, this is the guy! HMTGF. I really want to know what this stands for. What? This is such a weird little character, dude. Here, I'll zoom in on him. I feel like this guy would make a nice little sidekick for commentary. And I could have a little robot voice for him or something. But like, what the heck is this? He's like a robot with this long Squidward nose. And he's got like a body of like a jar. Like it looks like a vessel. It doesn't look like a robot. He has robot legs and little stick arms, robot stick arms, and clearly a boxy robot head. But yeah, the biggest mystery is, what does HMTGF stand for? Some people think the HM stands for Harvest Moon. I don't think so. Yeah. Maybe one day Concerned Ape will explain it. The other statues are over here. Well, actually, I won't be able to get this one until noon, right? And I won't be able to get this other one until 9. Right. Yeah. But yeah. But yes, I am going to end the stream here pretty soon. Leah, welcome in. Leah, where have you been? I thought of you during the luau. We went and said hi to Sebastian, and he was just standing there on the edge of the dock, very romantically, waiting for you. You weren't there. Oh. Oh, for the last statue, you need duck mayo, not void mayo. Okay, good point. Yeah, it is duck mayo, right? Yeah, that is part of the secret that nobody knows about. Yeah, the other statues are Ferogmon, which you get from here, using the strange bun. I'm proud of myself that I know this just without even having to look it up in the wiki. But yeah, I have the wrong mayo. Ferogmon. I've done all sorts, like, well, for, you know, this one seems a bit more obvious in the sense that frogman is an actual word. Like, a frogman was, like, a way of describing these sort of, like, amphibious soldiers from, was it World War I or World War II? But it can also, I guess, yeah, refer to any sort of, I guess, humanoid amphibian kind of creature. A frogman, but here it's Ferogmon. And the Mon part is kind of like, you know, Pokemon or Digimon. Maybe. There's some monster influence there. But yeah, clearly it has frog-like elements to it, but it is very weird. I mean, it's like, it's hunched over. It's got these weird arms. It's got like spikes on it. And like, I don't know, this like big, Actually, let me place it on the ground. If I can. There we go. Actually, you can't see it. Right, look at this. Look at that. Like, what the hell? What is this? Like, you know, you can see a frog-like quality, but also not really, because... Wait, is this an optical illusion? Because, hold on a second. This... What if these aren't spikes? Instead, what if it's a beak? What if this is a beak, and it's a bird? And this eye is the eye, and this is just the head of the bird. Right? Look at that. It's a bird, and now these are its wings, and it's just like got its wings out, and it's like about to fly upward. I guess it would be very weird the way it has its legs like this. Yeah. Oh my gosh! What are you guys doing? What are you doing? Oh my god! Oh my god! Why did you do that? No, Frogmon! Oh, that was funny. Well, since it's almost noon, let's get Pinky Lemon as well. I'm not going to save this day, obviously. That was so funny. Vincent has no chill. I mean, it was his statue, and we stole it. We, like, just stole it from his toy box. Also, what are we doing as a grown-ass adult? Taking toys from a child that we aren't even related to. Is this duck mayo? No, that's dinosaur mayo. Damn. I keep like I grab every kind of mayo except the correct ducco mayonnazo, as they say in Italian, I believe, right? Il ducco mayonnazo. And here is Pinky Lemon. I have to admit, I find secrets really interesting and fascinating, and I've spent a lot of time researching and theory crafting about these guys. Pinky Lemon. Hold on, wait. You can maybe see him a little better like this. There we go. But yeah, wait. What are you guys saying? You've never completed this part of the game, Marina? Yeah. Leah, you were watching a reality show. You were watching that over the Stardew Granny challenge? Oh my gosh. That tells me everything I need to know about your loyalty, Leah. I mean, come on. A Polish reality show. The title translates into Queen of Survival. Hey, well, look, this is Granny. That's actually that should be the title of this challenge. She's the queen. But yeah. Yeah, duck mayo. Oh, you didn't know I was streaming. Excuses, excuses. All right. We have to reset the file now because Leo wasn't here. Everybody, we have to start from day one. Spring 1, year 1. Just kidding. Is it rare to get 2 megabombs and 2 gold bars from a squid kid? I don't know the chances on that. It sounds like, are you wearing the burglar's ring? Because it kind of sounds like you're getting double. Yeah, Granny from another timeline. No, you're not wearing the ring? Yeah, I don't know. The chances might be on the wiki if you take a look, but not all the chances are published there. You have to marry Sebastian? Not anymore. No. Maybe that has been like a background goal we might choose to pursue, is to marry every single bachelor and bachelorette and get them all to 14 hearts. You know, of course we'd have to divorce them and then re-friendship them. But I've never done that before in a file. Marrying every single character and seeing all of their 14 heart cutscenes, you know, that could be interesting. But yeah. And did I give Alex a gift? Not yet, because I'm not playing this day. His birthday is on the 13th, but I just wanted to show you guys the secret statues. Um, and yeah, this one actually kind of looks like the pear from the Pear Air. Um, in Before Concerned Ape released Stardew Valley, he made a mobile game. Or while he was working on Stardew, he just got a little distracted and made a game called Air Pear or Pear Air, something like that. And it's about a pear, like the fruit. And the main character kind of looks like this. And there's actually a reference to the pear in I can show you guys. Hold on, let me see. Um Hold on, let me think about it. What is it? It's at the Ice Festival. Festival of Ice. Here. This guy. This is the pear. I remember when we did this, I was like, what the heck is this? Why is there this random ice sculpture? But this is actually what the pear looks like in the game, the mobile game that he made. Um, but I never played the game, and you can't play it anymore. Um, I don't know. Maybe somebody can if you have like a really old Android phone. Um, but uh, but yeah. Okay. All right. We're gonna end it here. We're gonna end the stream. Um, you like Pinky Lemon, Leah? I like that they're like these little characters that you can put around. I want to decorate with these guys and like put them in the different rooms, so it kind of looks like they're like maybe standing at a cashier in a little coffee shop room that we make, or I don't know, like just they can be little characters that stand around um, in the house. It would be pretty fun. So we gotta remember to pick them up when we actually do play through the day. Um, but yeah, but anyways, guys, thanks so much, yeah, for joining me on this beautiful Sunday. At least here in Finland, it was so beautiful today. It was so nice to get out on a run. It's finally starting to warm up a little bit. And by warm up, I mean here in Finland, just like a few degrees above freezing. It's crazy how just a few degrees above freezing suddenly feels warm uh, when you've been like really really cold all of February. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys wherever you are in the world are having a nice relaxing Sunday. Um, Hopefully you're playing some Stardew, and if you are and you have something you want to show off, whether it is a decoration, like you've decorated your farmhouse, or maybe you had a really lucky Skull Cavern dive with lots of items and you want to show off your inventory, you can feel free to do that in the Discord. Um, we have like an art. Should I make a separate channel just for Stardew at this point? Because I don't think I have one, but yeah. If not, I mean, there is also a gaming channel. You could share it there if you wanted. Um, but but yeah. And yeah, Luca, the Discord is linked in the description of this video. So if you click there, you should be able to find it and then join. Um, but I have to admit, I'm not very active there. So if you like tag me or something or message me, I probably won't see it because I don't keep notifications on for all the different apps and everything because I get too easily distracted. Um, but uh, but yeah, I do check it at least right before I go live. Then I'm like, oh yeah, there's people posted in here, you know. So yeah. And Leah, you played today, and actually you have Marnie to most hearts out of all NPCs, besides your husband Sebi. What are you doing going after Marnie like that? Are you just trying to rage bait me here? Oh, that's a good note to end the stream on. Thank you guys for following along. Hopefully, we will stream tomorrow. There's a 63% chance that we will. But if not, we do a stream every Thursday. starting between 6 and 7 p.m. Finland time. Um, but yeah, this is Granny Fern from the Granny Challenge signing out. I don't know how to do goodbyes.